So this is bstag here again. Kind of wanted to show you guys the setup of my messy ass lab. There's my little press for drilling into the PCBs that I custom dip, and there's my soldering station turned on just from the previous video. I love it. You can buy one a lot cheaper that just has the soldering, of course. All my miscellaneous containers of crap that have various surface mount GPS things, you know, drawers full of stuff like this, you know, GPS chips and things like that. So I have a couple things like this. Is a SparkFun little bot board. Has the motors and the stuff on it, but I haven't really done much more than that, than the motor controller and hand soldered smart board parallax chip. I haven't touched this since I picked up a Fez. My portable oscilloscope. Some other parallax stuff. Good old 40 pinner. Big thing. And then I have some other things I wanted to show you. That's my hexapod. It's a mess. You'll find out most of my robots are a mess. There's only a couple robots that I keep pretty well in line. That's my line follower. It's the fastest line follower I've made. It runs at about 85 centimeters per second or so. I need to get it up to 109 or so to be competitive, but that's another conversation. This right here is my humanoid isobot. It's pre-built, decently cheap if you find it on eBay. Something to mess around with. I'm planning on attaching a Fez to this at some point and controlling it with that. Right below is my Fez Cobra. Yay! I love this little thing. I use it a lot. That's my hand cut case. That is not the case you guys get from GHI. Please do not judge that by GHI stuff. These are my miscellaneous wheels for various larger robots that I've built over time. And over here was, as I was talking about on the forum the other day, my first robot. It's been cannibalized a little bit, but it's basically a L293D motor controller put on top of an Arduino, and it was a line follower. That was my first line follower that I hand built. There's one of my current RC cars that I'm working on. My son broke the top of it, so I'll be doing something with it. Not quite sure yet what, but that'll probably be used in an outdoor competition with the DPRG. And there's the Blitz that I've been talking about. It's a little fast short course truck. It has a few sensors in it, and it runs pretty good. That is also going to be converted over, probably with my Mini. Right there, that big long thing, that's my for my Magellan. My Magellan robot. That's the chassis for the Magellan robot. That chassis weighs 9 pounds when put together. I have it apart at the moment because I was doing some work on the motor separately. But it's basically 2 wheels in the back for driving and a caster wheel in the front to turn it. That will be run off a Cobra in the long run. I'm working on my smaller version of it right now for a tabletop competition, and I'll show you that. So this is my mess of wires. It has a nunchuck, see, testing it, a parallel I/O chip, 2 L293Ds driving each motor individually. Up underneath is where the Fez domino is. See, nice Fez domino with a screw shield and a component board on top. And really, the component board's on top just to keep it steady, not because I'm plugging anything into it at the moment. The way the backs look, there's the motors with the encoders attached and my little battery pack inside that I need to replace with a rechargeable. And again, there's the domino. It's a pretty nice little robot. It runs really good. Obviously, it being four-wheel drive and no wheels that turn, turning can be somewhat of a challenge with it, but I've learned to adapt it accordingly. The finished product of this robot, of course, is not going to have this mess on top. That obviously doesn't help. It's going to have a pan and tilt ultrasonic sensor with an infrared sensor, so I can move it around and look at the whole area that I'm looking at. This is what the electronics are going to go on in the end. It's basically a proto board. You make your own soldering connections. I'm going to make a shield out of it that handles most of the things. I do have a few odd and end components that some people may or may not have seen. These are, you know, glass break sensors like some people were working on, you know, circuit boards and things like that. One of the things that I want to get done at some point is put this baby on a board. Don't know what I'll do with it. Maybe it'll just look cool. But that's one of the things I want to get done is get that on there. I'll probably get that done this year. I would show you my quadcopter, but it's in a lot of pieces when I wrecked it. Very expensive proposition to wreck it, but that's what happens. So these are all the miscellaneous components that I carry around, electronics, and you can see underneath my hexapod is a whole assortment of wheels and connection things, even little RC wheels that I use for motors. There's my set of caps that I play around with and do different projects with. This is all my at-home stuff. And this is my big box of caps. I have no clue what I'm going to do with these caps. Maybe a big rail gun, I don't know. Of course, it requires a lot bigger caps than that, but you know, when you got 300-400 of them, that's maybe enough to do it. So, there's all that. I really don't have anything else to show you other than, you know, the basics, but that's me. This is my little work area. It's a nightmare, some people would say, and I don't mind that. I enjoy it. Stag out.